everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Learning Perspectives. Today we are going to deconstruct a scene from a movie called Captain America. And the concept that we are going to learn today is about ingenuity in leadership.
But every army starts with one man.
Rogers, get off of
At the
there!
end of this week, we will choose that man.
Let's
He
go!
will be the first in a new breed of super soldiers.
Rogers, get that rifle out of the mud!
And they will personally escort Adolf Hitler to the gates of hell.
Pick up the pace, ladies! Let's go, let's go! Double time! Come on, faster, faster! Move, move! Squad, hold! That flag means we're only at the halfway point. First man to bring it to me gets a ride back with Agent Carter. Move, move! Come on, get up there! That's all you got! This army's in trouble! Get up there, Hodge! Come on, get up there! Nobody's got that flag in 17 years! Now fall back in the line! Come on, fall in! Let's go! Get back into formation! Rogers! I said fall in!
Thank you, sir.
The scene that you just saw showed you how Steve Rogers is being trained, and this training is going on for everybody to become a soldier. And you can see how Steve Rogers does not have like the perfect build of a soldier, but still he's very driven and driven by a passion to work for his country, and that is why he's training for the job now and being bullied by a lot of soldiers because he's not the perfect build. But now he's performing various tasks. Now the third task that they show in the scene is about how to take out a flag from a flagpole, and we can actually see that all the soldiers are trying to climb the flagpole to get a flag out of it. And the commander or the trainer shouts at that point of time that nobody in 17 years has been able to do so. Now, this is funny in a way because uh, essentially that means you're doing something wrong because you're not been able to achieve that for 17 years. So Steve Roger comes in and he uses his ingenuity, which we will discuss now. Uh, and he unhooks the flagpole from below and takes the flag from the front of the pole, and he's able to do that without any effort or very less effort compared to what other soldiers were doing. So in this episode we will understand what ingenuity is and how leaders can adopt this trait. Now, ingenuity is the ability to deal with unexpected and uncertain circumstances with imagination, creativity, adaptability, and flexibility. Now, this basically means that you are working off script. Now, you are not being given any path, but you have to work off script. That means you have to think out of the box. You don't have to go down the similar path. So, in this case, it's very obvious off script meant from the scene that we just saw, not going down the usual path. So all the soldiers tried to climb the flagpole while you could have just uh, done what Steve Rogers did, right? But nobody thought of that. Now, this is the trait of ingenuity. Ingenuity itself means thinking laterally, thinking from perspective of creating something new, creating that's innovative, something similar to learning perspectives. Okay, so coming back, ingenuity itself is a very important trait, and many leaders can adopt it while leading their followers. Now, why is it important for leaders? Now, leaders are generally risk takers. They need to take risk and show their followers how they can adopt to various changes. Leaders define how to take risk and how to overcome challenging situations. And hence, using ingenuity becomes an important trait while doing this. Uh, three, four styles of leading, such as directive leading, authoritative leading, analytical leading, and instinctive leading, or the intuitive way of leading. Now, at a lot of times, ingenuity comes from the trait of using intuition. Now, intuition is something which is the gut or the God feeling inside of you. Now, a lot of times, and in general, many people avoid using it, or even when this is more like your inner voice, right? So when you use it, when you think you're using it, you're actually not using it, you're trying to suppress it, because at many times it might not sound logical, while at many times it can be logical as well. This means that a lot of people are afraid from using it because it means going down a path which is not taken by everybody. So a lot of people are subject to fears. Now, this is same for leaders as well. Now, leaders are also subjected to these kind of fears. Now, these fears could be to be on a hamster wheel. Now, fears can be fear of power, fear of money, or just general prejudices. Now, mostly many people face these fears and they're not able to bring out their ingenuity to work. Like mentioned before, it uses a sense of intuitiveness to help you at on different paths. Now, this intuitive sense can be challenging at times, but if people do adopt it, they can go down the path which is exactly right for them. The other styles of leading might or might not have this trait of ingenuity. This trait itself is very, very important for leaders, because this would tell their followers that how well they're suited to become a leader, as they can not only take risks but also overcome all sorts of challenges. If leaders need to adopt this trait in themselves and also keep on having this trait in their lifetime, then they really need to let go of all the fears that hold them back, and also have a sense of inner freedom. And inner freedom always comes by letting go. I hope you understood the topic for today. And if this video created any value in your life, please like, share, and subscribe the video. And don't forget to check out the links that I've given to you in the description box. I've also given you some links to the blogs for many leaders that I have written. So that will give you a perspective of what I'm talking about. That'll give you various traits a leader should have. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and stay healthy. Goodbye.